Okay, geometry, this is the Unit 12 formative assessment. It's asked to find the surface area, and you can go through and use the exact formula if you would like on the formula sheet, or you can just look at it and say, all right, how many rectangles do I have, and add up all those surface areas separately and then add them together. So for example, this top right there, that's 9. The area of that rectangle is 9 times 10, and there are 2 of them because there's also a bottom. Okay, and then in a different color, let's see, 9 times 11. This side here, and there's 2 of those. You see? 9 times 11, and there's 2 of them. And then the last one is the front and the back, and that area of that rectangle is length times width, 10 times 11, and there are 2 of those as well. So then you add up each of the areas separately and then add them together, and you get 598 inches squared. That's one way to do the problem. Number 2, I'm going to do number 2 the exact same way. So I've got 2 triangles. Okay, I've got one on this side, and then I've got, in a different color, this one over here. So if I write my area formula for a triangle, 1/2 the base times the height. Each of these triangles have the same base and height. They're the same triangle. The base is 8, the height is 6, and there are 2 of them. So the 2 and the 1/2 end up canceling. So the area for both of those triangles together is 48. And then I move on. So the area of this rectangle is 6 times 4, and that's 24. The area of this rectangle down here is 8 times 4. So let me write that. 32. And then the area of this big rectangle over here looks like 10 times 4. And so if I add all those numbers up, I get 144. And there's your surface area. Moving on to number 3. So this one says to find the surface area as well, and there are 4 triangles, 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side. Each of those triangles has a formula of 1/2 the base times the height, and there are 4 of them, which is why the perimeter is included in that formula. And when you figure that out, you get 240, and then also the base is 12 times 12, which we're finding because they're asked to find the surface area and not the lateral area. If we were just asked to find the lateral area, we would just find the area of all the sides, which are all the triangles. But in this case, we've got a 144 plus 240, and that makes it 384 miles squared. Number 4, the formula for surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r squared. So we plug in our radius. In this case, our radius is 6.2 because they're giving us the length of the diameter. So we have to cut that in half. Plug that in for radius and square it. And when you put this in your calculator, you get 483.0512864. The problem says to round to the nearest hundredth, so we're cutting off here. We look at the number after it. It's a 1. Number 4 below, let it go. So we just cut it off. 483.05. And the last question asks for the lateral area. So it looks like we've got 2 different size triangles. We've got triangles on the sides that have a base of 6 and a height of 11.9. And then we also have triangles in the front and back that have a base of 9 and a height of 11.4. And there's 2 of those. We're not going to worry about the base because it's asking for the lateral area, which are just all the triangles. So 1/2 of 9 times 11.4, 2 of those, and 1/2 of 6 times 11.9, and there's 2 of those, and that's times. So that should be 102.6, and this should be 71.4. When you add them up, you get 174 kilometers squared. And that's all. Peace out.